The Earnestly Speaking podcast is a show that is founded on free-flowing conversation and may at times venture into mature subjects. Listener discretion is advised.
Yeah, Earnestly Speaking podcast. Let's get it. I'm a giant in New York, in Miami carry heat. So much more in store, my product can flood the street. Opinion Nation Godfather, CEO. Puff in the late 90s, gon' see me blow. Oh, got my hustle on, no imitation of bad. Army of untouchables, Opinion Nation staff. Never an off season, homie, check the numbers. Heart throbbing my own right, supplying southern comfort. Earnestly speaking, my ego is well fed. Earnestly speaking, you're too feeble and no threat. See, I'm like a hurricane, you're a mild breeze. Earnestly speaking, leaving Eli a dynasty. Shake!
Earnestly podcast coming to you December 20th, 2023. Happy birthday, Dad, number one. I'll give him a call later or tomorrow morning. But yeah. Anyway, you're here, man. Zachary, Degenerate. He wins the year. He won again this week. He won the year officially. So, Zach, how you doing?
Man, I'm good right now.
Were you up in St. Augustine yesterday?
Over the weekend, like Friday through.
Oh, the weekend. Okay, because your wife posted on Facebook, and I thought you were out of town yesterday.
Look, if you're a family who likes the Christmas lights, likes the holiday stuff, dude, it's fucking beautiful up there for the holiday season. They do this night of lights.
Mm-hmm.
Every single building has to use the exact same light bulbs.
Really?
Yeah, so they highlight every single window, the arches, everything. It looks like a holiday movie on what's that one TV channel?
Not the Hallmark station.
Yeah. Yeah, so when
you know you're a fan of that. Come on, you know you're a fan of that station.
Movies for the holiday thing, go to St. Augustine and you see that the beach or the riverfront there.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful.
Oh wow! Maybe next year I'll look into doing that. Maybe with the family for like a day.
It's
so
very kid friendly up there, man.
Yeah, definitely. Anyway, we'll have a lot to talk about today. Obviously, our best bets for Week 16 in the NFL. And I've doing a couple NBA topics on the show I wanted to discuss with you because the NBA season is getting really interesting now, as we're now a little over a quarter way into the season, a third into the season anyway. Talk about Steph Curry GOAT conversation. Come up again after last night's game against the Celtics. Ja Morant's back, and then who do we think are the second best team in the Western Conference is right now going forward? I do want to share a story with you real quick though about betting because you more than me because your name is Degenerate, obviously. Do you play Prize Picks by any chance? Prize Picks?
I have no idea what that is.
So Prize Picks is basically prop bets. It's another betting app that you bet props on players, regardless of what league. It could be NBA, NFL, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So I put in a wager over the weekend where and I do the flex bets because the flex bets are if you get 3 out of 4 right or 4 to 5 right, you still win the parlay.
Yeah, you get a 4 team instead of the 5 teamers.
So I have a little bit of sweat. Going on coming up because so they make once in a while Prize Picks will throw you a deal, and the deal was they had Kevin Durant over under number points at 0.5.
Yeah, for whether or not he'd start.
Well, 0.5. Like, okay.
Yeah.
So I put in 2 parlays, one on Saturday, one on Friday, and one on Sunday. With that, and add three other players. So Fridays probably got destroyed because 2 players didn't do shit. Josh Hart and my dumbass had the under on Jalen Brunson 25 points.
Yeah,
and he had 50.
I did not like that game either for that point total.
And Jalen Brunson, no, dude, I texted you that. Remember? I texted you. Remember? Yeah. He had 50 in the game. He had 50. He doubled the number. So that was dumb. Okay. Then I did the same. Well, the same deal existed still. Not thinking about that deal. I was like, why is the deal still existing? But okay, it's still there. So I put Durant again in the parlay. I had Steph Curry over 28 points, and I had the over on Eric Gordon that hit, and the over on who was it? Eric Gordon, Oh, and Wiggins, and he hit as well too. Steph Curry did not hit. Steph Curry had 7 points in that game against Portland. Okay. Now that being said, Kevin Durant also played that same night, and he scored 28 points.
Oh yeah, he came back.
However, my dumbass did not read the fine print. That Kevin Durant number for 0.5 points,
yeah,
is for Christmas Day.
Christmas Day.
Yes. So technically, I also did another parlay with Durant, the same app, the same number of Durant,
Yeah.
and I hit what I need to hit.
Oh.
As long as Kevin Durant plays on Christmas Day,
Yeah.
and scores 2 points,
1 point.
1 point.
Yeah,
One
it's a
point.
free throw.
I'm collecting $100.
Beautiful.
Yeah, so but he has to play. So I'm a little like I'm sweating. Please don't get hurt. Please don't get hurt. You got 5 more days. Don't get hurt. Don't get hurt. You know that kind of thing. So because I did another parlay on Monday, and it hit too as well. So
nice.
So but the Durant thing has to hit though for it to.
Damn.
For so
reading might have actually paid off.
Well, I mean, right, but the thing was, I didn't see the reading the number of the Christmas date.
Yeah, so exactly. You had thrown away money because you didn't know how to read, right. And then you learned how to read, and you got money.
Well, not yet. We'll see if Durant misses the Christmas Day game. Then I'm fucked.
So, if he starts, I want you to read a betting app or a betting book to your kid.
But this is also a new thing too, Zach. Because then when they make these deals on players like lower numbers, it's normally for the day of the game they play. I never seen him put it with like a game a week before the game starts. That's why it was a little weird.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's my story. I'm sticking to it. All that. So hopefully Kevin Durant doesn't get hurt between now and Monday and plays, and I can get 2 points, and then we'll be fine. Anyway, as I said on top of the show, you won the week, you won the year, Zach. Whatever. This is a very, very fun season. This last 3 weeks is gonna be fucking insane.
It has.
It really has.
I've got a story about the football season as well.
Shoot, sure.
My wife runs a pick'em league, and at times there have been 40 plus people, and now it's down to like 25, 30 people. All right. The first month and a half out the gate, I was crushing it.
No, this pick'em league is where you pick one team and that's it for the year, right?
No. All you're doing is picking the winner of every single game each week. It's not an elimination league or anything like that. It's all you're doing straight up, no point spread. You're just picking the winner of each game.
Oh, I know it is. I do
and
it
it's
for
based
mine
on
too.
a point total,
right.
16-1, 15-1, 14-1, depending on how many buys. All right.
Yeah.
So first month and a half of the season, I was crushing it.
Mm-hmm.
And then, you know what happened?
Got cocky.
Hard Rock happened.
Oh.
And I stopped even caring about this league. Now, I had made money already, and you make a certain percentage. It's like 60%, or no, it's about 30% of the total money goes to the first place winner. And then you also get paid per week and stuff. Yeah, I was killing it. And then Hard Rock got their betting app.
Yep, I'm right there with you.
I could finally bet down here.
Yeah, isn't it great?
Oh my God.
Awesome.
You're the guy who talks about flex parlays. I never do it, and it has cost me so much money.
Did you do flex parlays on the app yet?
I never do it. Like I said,
I don't see any value, to be honest with you. I don't see much value in it, honestly, unless you're doing a massive one.
Well, no, why it pays one less than what your total is. It's great.
Okay.
But my thing is, I've sent you pictures of some of mine where I'm 6 out of 7.
Yeah.
7 out of 8. And if I would just do that, I would be killing it. But instead, I'm like, let me hit that sweetener at the end with like a Kansas City just has to win.
Which
And they
did last week.
lose
Oh,
2 weeks ago.
to
Yeah.
Green to
Green Bay,
yeah,
yes.
Green Bay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say though, like, it's great. I know that a lot of people have opinions on the sports betting stuff, and people in my family who are completely against it. You don't have to get involved. You know, I control. I'm a pretty good controlled gambler. I don't gamble a lot. I do parlays and I keep it simple.
Yeah.
We'll say though, it's been a lot of fun. The best part is that when I finally hit on a parlay this past Sunday. I told you at 4:00. Your Commanders gave me a scare late. Remember, I told you the Commanders they gave me a scare late. They didn't get under 6.5 points, so I cashed out immediately. And the best part is when you cash out, it hits your account within an hour.
Oh man,
that's the best part.
Yeah.
I withdrew immediately, like my profit winnings on that parlay, and hit my account within an hour. My bank account, not just like account, my bank account.
Oh, I leave it in my account.
Yeah, so
I'm a degenerate, man. I need the funds.
That's what I'm saying. I keep the money. All profits I make, I put in my account.
No, see, I'm the other way. I think of it. You know what?
You double down.
No, I treated. Okay, so I hit a parlay for 500, 553, right?
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna take the money out. All I did was deposit $20 Thursday night right before kickoff, and started betting off $20 for $5 parlays, like they're $5 scratch offs.
Right.
So I hit a $5 scratch off for 553. Why am I gonna just cash out? I now have 553. I can gamble with all year long if I want.
Right.
Because it's just gonna be $5 parlays.
But do you keep some of your profits though that you make? Say you hit a big one, you like I'll take a chunk of this or whatever, and the rest stays in the account in case I want to double up on it.
I mean, if I was going on vacation or something, maybe.
Okay.
But otherwise, no. I leave it all in there, and I know all I had to do was deposit $20 1 week, and 2 months later, I'm still betting.
I mean, granted, on Bovada, I wouldn't do that because like
it's hard to get your money.
It's paying half to get the money anyway. So like, fuck it, just double down so I can get.
Oh yeah.
Now I don't give a shit anymore. Now I'm like, okay, we're legal. It's great day for us. Really is.
It is.
I know. I'm so happy.
And maybe that's why I have that mentality of leaving money there.
No.
Bovada.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, I don't look at the lines the same way you do. Like I'm a football bettor, and then with Prize Picks, I bet on props when I feel like it. I'm obsessed with betting. I'll do it when I feel like doing it.
Yeah.
Like I said, that Kevin Durant thing, as long as he plays on Monday rather on Christmas Day, and scores 1 point, 1 free throw, I'm taking $100 because
I'll bitch
about my parlays.
I'll bitch now about the Hard Rock app.
Okay.
I love how you can bet the NBA live, point spreads. I've been making a killing off of that. But I hate how in an NFL game, you can't parlay, say, Bills -2 or Bills +2 and the over in the game in the same parlay.
Right.
That annoys the hell out of me.
Live betting is kind of cool, actually. I started doing that recently on on Hard Rock for the first time ever.
I just hit a game tonight with the Magic because of live betting at half.
There you go. So the bet I made on was it Sunday or Monday? This might have been Monday. So I did a 5-player prop, okay, for $750 to make $75. Okay, I need 4 to 5 to hit. Aaron Gordon hit the over for 14. John Collins hit the over at 9.5 points at 11 points rather. Jamal Murray hit the over. The only one that did not hit was Nikola Jokic. He was way under. He over was 28 points. He only scored 8 points in that game against Dallas.
You can never do a point total with Jokic. You have to do the point, rebound, and
yeah, you're right. Yeah, I know the point pass. But again, if Durant plays on Christmas,
yes, you're
that
safe.
4 or 5 hits.
Yeah.
So that's $75 there. Then, as I told you earlier, the prop bet with KD again. Eric Gordon hit his over. Andrew Wiggins hit his over. Steph Curry did not hit. So as long as Durant plays again, both these hit. So that's a $5 bet to make $25. That's $100 I'm looking at on Christmas morning.
I like it.
Merry Christmas, buddy. And this is all your fault, Zach. You make me a fucking gambler. No, all your fault. No, I'm joking. I'm joking.
You just look when you're no longer betting to make a living and you're just trying to enjoy the games and have a little fun. I tell you, put $20 in each week, Thursday night, right before kickoff, and make 4 $5 parlays from Thursday night till Sunday's 4:00. So you make one $5 parlay with that Thursday night game, and then you don't make a parlay again until maybe Saturday to put in a college game or an NBA game. And then Sunday, you do a 1:00 parlay for $5 as a scratch off. And then at 4:00, you do one more $5 scratch off.
Yeah.
And you throw an NBA game in if you can.
And I mean, this shit might change now for me, but I'm pretty much a seasonal gambler. I gamble football. Football's what I gamble on. I gamble on football.
Yeah.
Basketball, like I said, it's too damn volatile. Now with the live bets, maybe I'll do the live betting and stuff. Maybe obviously prop bets now, I'll involve in that. But in terms of betting spreads and stuff on basketball, no, I stay away from that. I just don't. I don't gamble on baseball. So by February, I'm checked out for a little while.
Yeah.
Although that might change this year. So, but yeah, again,
NBA playoffs, best money you'll ever make.
That I'll gamble on. Because at least you have a better idea. It's not as volatile because it's players are going to play.
Oh, and that's another reason why I do leave money in the account. So I can do all those future bets and never have to think about making deposits.
True.
You think about it. A guy goes down and all of a sudden another team can jump way up in the league, up in a conference. That's huge money you can score real quick.
Not gonna lie though, I like now that I have an idea what to do, I wouldn't mind this being something I can sell my income with though, on the side. Like if I can just gamble, like use my sports knowledge with
you've got the time and you're allowed to focus on that.
Yeah,
you could make it. You could probably kill it.
Yeah, of course I'm ADHD, so that works against me. Yeah. Anyway, it is week 16 in the NFL. Of course, buys are all over. We got a lot of big games this weekend too, Zach. Let's start Thursday night first. This game is huge. Saints at Rams, Thursday night football. Rams 4-point favorites, over under 46 points. Rams right now, playoff start today, they are the 7th seed. Saints literally in the wild card hunt. Technically also in the hunt for the division as well too, for the NFC South. So they need this game as well too. Who you like this one?
I'm gonna go Rams, and it's more based on the offense than what I've seen from the defense. Like when I learned that Khalil Mack was leading the league in sacks, I'm like, what? How the hell? But when you find out he's had one fraudulent game, that if he didn't even play would completely take him out of the top 15 to 20 players. You're like, well, now I understand why their defense is not as great as it is. When you see Aaron Donald is missing games, well, now I kind of understand why the Rams defense isn't so great. But as long as Matthew Stafford is back there, he will find a way to score points.
And by the way, he's been balling last month or so. He's been balling. Yeah. I saw a stat. I don't know how much games it was, but at least a month or at least last month. 12 touchdowns, 1 pick.
He can do it.
Yeah.
When he has a healthy O-line that'll protect him, he can do it.
And he has receivers, Nakua and Pakua and Cooper Kupp. Yeah.
Rookie of the year right there.
Oh, a runaway, really. Well, not a runaway. I mean, C.J. Stroud be the only guy you consider. But I have the Rams. It's just easier for me. The Saints aren't that good, to be honest with you.
It's not Bijan. I know that.
No. Your boy. No, give me the Rams. Saints aren't that good, number one. Rams are surging now. They're playing good football. Even the loss to the Ravens 2 weeks ago. It's a good loss. Yeah, give me the Rams here. All right. Saturday games, you got 2 of them. Bengals at Steelers. Bengals are currently 2-point favorites, over under 37. Man, Bengals are a fun story. Currently the 6th seed in the AFC wildcard race. Of course, their schedule's still fairly tough. You got Steelers this week, divisional game, of course. KC next week after, and then the Browns, of course, week 18. Steelers are falling apart. Steelers are done. Mason Rudolph will be the starter quarterback. The scary part of this game though is this is a divisional game. These are games that teams are bad or struggling to get up for. But man, I have a hard time picking the Steelers now at this point. Give me Cincy this game.
Who's got the better weapons?
Cincinnati.
Who's got the better quarterback?
Cincinnati.
There you go. That's all I need to know.
Yeah, Jake Browning.
Dude.
He'll be getting some.
What are the Jets willing to give up to trade for him in the offseason?
Why would he do that? He got Aaron Rodgers.
No. You have Aaron Rodgers for one more year, and then you're going to have to sit through his drama again?
Yep.
Oh, hell no. Get a guy you have seen star and ball out and finally do something. Have a city grow around a quarterback.
All right. Interesting concept there. All right, last Saturday game, Bills at Chargers. Wow, look at this spread. Bills 12-point favorites over under 44. I mean, Buffalo's in this game, obviously. The only question is what do you think will cover 12 points? Chargers quit. What's his face? Staley fired by the ownership group last week. Rightfully so. Fuck, give me Buffalo. I don't care. 12 points out. Chargers. They quit this team, dude. They quit. Give me Buffalo. Cover this 12 points. I'm good with that. And the surging too on top of that.
Give me the under.
Oh. Interesting. Would you bet this? Is it a mortgage bet for you?
No.
Do you have a mortgage bet today?
We'll see.
Okay. Let's get a Sunday games here. Christmas Eve. Colts at Falcons. Falcons 1-point favorite over under 44.5. Every time I doubt the Colts, man, they prove me wrong every time. And I'm scared if I pick them this week is when the turn happens. Because Atlanta, as bad as they are, they're still, they still can win a random game without you even think about it. And I feel like this is the week's going to happen. Give me Atlanta win this game outright. I'm going to take Atlanta. Wouldn't bet it.
Wow.
It's a stay away. But I wouldn't bet it.
I will probably include the Colts in 3, 4, 5 different parlays. I love the Colts in this game.
You do?
Yes.
You do. I just got a bad feeling about this game. I don't know why. And plus, it is Taylor Heineken starting too this week, so should better the chances too.
No, they don't.
All right, here we go. Seahawks to Titans. Seahawks 2.5-point favorites over under 41.5. Man, Seattle saved their season on Monday.
Yeah, they did. Holy cow. Dude, my wife finally got paid on out of the league. She had never won. She had the Eagles, and the fact that everyone had the Eagles for even more points was the only reason why she held on to her lead when they lost.
Mm-hmm.
So
I'd be over this. Oh, go ahead.
I'm not gonna buy the Seahawks on 2 games in a row. I'm not gonna do it.
To Tennessee?
Yes.
Really?
Yes. Oh, the 2 young quarterbacks who will want to outduel each other? Yes. I'll take Will Levis.
But they're playing for their playoff lives, though.
It's 2 young quarterbacks trying to outshine each other.
I'll take the over. The fact that I'm not taking Seattle tells me that I don't trust it either. I'm taking the over in this game. All right. How about Lions and Vikings? Lions 3-point favorites over under 47 points. Detroit all of a sudden in line for the 2 seed. I mean, I don't think they'll get it, but if they win all their games and they get some help, if the Eagles lose a game and obviously Detroit wins out because they're beating Dallas under that scenario, they could be the 2 seed. Who would have thought that? Anyway, I like Detroit anyway. Minnesota's cooked. I think they're cooked. I think they're not gonna last. They're not gonna last playoff spot. I think that's gonna go to the Rams. Honestly, I think I got the Rams getting the 6th seed and I got the Seahawks getting the 7th seed right now. Give me Detroit cover this game.
Yeah. So what was maybe 3 games ago? You were asking if I had a mortgage bet.
Is it?
This would be a mortgage bet. Give me the Lions. I know they want to pound the Vikings.
It's a rival.
Pound the Vikings and move up the standings. Oh yes.
It's a rival. Of course they want to pound them teams. Come on now. All right, your Commanders at the Jets. Jets 3-point favorites over under 37.5. Hey, Jacoby Brissett saw some fight late in that game. Made it a game late against the Rams last week, huh?
That was shocking.
Yeah.
But the only reason why he was able to make it any kind of game was the fact no one game plan for him to be in that game.
Give me the under this game. The number is too high.
It is. It's this in a season of low scoring, this should be like a 33 and
Agreed. Under?
Yeah. Under.
All right. How about this one? Packers at Panthers. Packers 5-point favorites over under 36.5. So I declared on the Huddle Up podcast last night because I jinxed the Packers so bad 2 weeks ago. Remember I said the Packers had the easiest cakewalk to the wild card because of the schedule?
Yeah.
And ever since I said that, they're 0-2.
And they had just balled out for 3 games. It was incredible.
And I made my lock last week on Huddle Up was that the Panthers will get their first winning streak of the year and they'll beat Green Bay. I was so pissed at Green Bay for what they did last 2 weeks. It was making it look bad. I don't know, man. You know what though? What?
No, go ahead.
Give me Carolina the points.
Yeah. So I remember picking Carolina last week.
I did too.
Yeah. No, I was saying they would win outright, but no, Green Bay's gonna wake up. They're not gonna lose to Carolina in this one.
If they lose this game, they're out of the playoffs.
Or well, they're out of it. Yeah.
Well, they only game back of the wild card. So if they can win out, things happen. They can still climb back in there. But they hurt themselves in the foot. So you got Green Bay in that one?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. This huge game here. Browns at Texans. Browns are 2.5-point favorites over under 40. Of course, this game opened with Houston being favored up until last night, and then they got the news about CJ Stroud out for this game. So that line moved 3 points to Cleveland's direction. This is definitely a stay away game altogether. Cleveland, of course, is trying to hold on to that 5 seed. I'm going to take. Oh man, you know what? I'll take a slight over in this one because there are games where the Browns defense, will get off the gas a little bit. I think this could be the week they can they'll give up some points. So give me 40 points is a low enough number to get over a 23-20 game here. Give me the over in this one. What you got?
The only way this gets to be an over is if Cleveland manages to score like 40 points. You have 2 options, and only 2 options. You bet the under, or you just bet Cleveland. I'm going to go with the simpler bet. I want to just bet the under.
This is why we win every week. This is why we win every week. All right, Jaguars at Bucks. Bucks 1-point favorites over under 43. Huge game, both teams. Bucks trying to hold on to the NFC South lead. Jaguars all of a sudden now in a tussle with 2 other teams now in the division. 8-6 Jaguars, 8-6 Texans, 8-6 Colts. This is definitely no one does to stay away altogether, but this is definitely an injury report game. I will take the over on this one. What you got?
I'm with you. When in doubt, pray for points. So give me the over.
All right. Cardinals at Bears. Bears 4-point favorites over under 44. Who cares? It's a throwaway game. Give me the over in this one. Who cares? What you got?
You know who cares? Fields cares. Justin Fields cares. Kyle Murray cares. Both these guys.
Shootout?
Absolutely. It may not be a full-on shootout. It could be a run and shootout.
Well, this is my mortgage bet for the week. That one.
Wow. So, I'll take the over.
Yeah, definitely. 44 seems kind of low. It was at 46, 47. I said, okay, that's the story. But all right. Probably game of the week here. No, actually, no. The game of the week's on Monday Night Football. I apologize. Second best game of the week. Cowboys at Dolphins. Dolphins 1.5 point favorites, over under 50.5. Two teams that mirror each other, really, in narrative. You think about it. Two teams that are really good teams, probably contenders, but haven't beaten really any quality teams. Well, I mean, I know Dallas is about to beat Philadelphia last week, but having any quality teams, neither the Dolphins have. This is a stay away all the way through. Definitely a stay away when it comes to the spread. I will say that. I'll bet the over in this one. Another over.
So I agree with you. The over is the smart choice.
Mm-hmm.
But for this one game, I will take the Dolphins.
Really?
Yes.
You don't think the Cowboys will bounce back after that embarrassment against Buffalo?
I just don't. I believe, other than the Eagles game, there's not a game you can look at where you thought they were really in doubt and could win. So the fact I think you think this could be close, makes me lean towards the Dolphins.
Interesting. And Tyreek Hill should be back for this game too. Also. All right. Patriots at Broncos. Broncos 6.5 point favorites, over under 34 points. A lot of points there. Denver doesn't really win games in runaways. That's what scares me here about this point spread. And the Pats are gonna. They showed some life against KC last week. Granted, it was at Foxborough. Fuck! I'll take Denver to cover. Why not? Let's just see what happens. What you got? I wouldn't bet it, but
yeah, even if Belichick can do something on defense, I'm with you. I think Denver can cover.
Yeah. All right. Raiders at Chiefs. Chiefs 10-point favorites, over under 41 points. So Raiders, number one, had a long layoff after destroying the Chargers, putting up 63 points this week. They're on the road though in KC, divisional game. KC still kind of struggling. I don't know, 10 points though. I mean, they for all the shit we talk about KC, Pat Mahomes does lead the league in passing still though. I don't know if you know that. It's crazy. You know what? Screw it. I'll take KC to cover. I know this is probably gonna be a I wouldn't bet this probably because both these teams are where they're at. But KC should be able to still cover at least a touchdown plus a field goal on top of that. Yeah.
So you're asking me to believe a team with the wide receivers that they have, who cannot catch a football, are going to, for 2 games in a row, catch a football?
Yeah.
Hell no. No.
You going to Vegas?
Oh, I'm taking Vegas. And I think it's an absolute travesty that the prop bets aren't like, will any wide receiver for the Chiefs have more than 1.5 catches?
Ooh.
Like Travis Kelce, it'll be like plus 11.5. And every other receiver is going to be at like plus 1.5.
I see a logic on that, though. I do see a logic. But I feel like this week, these next 3 games to the Chiefs, really. Well, next week is the Bengals, a little tougher, but kind of a tune-up game here to get right. This is a get-right game for the receivers. And I think they'll do that. All right. Giants and Eagles. Eagles 1-point favorites, over under 42.5 is the over under. This is easy. Philadelphia. I don't give a shit how bad they look this couple weeks. You're playing the Giants. Giants suck out loud. Come on now. What are we doing here? Give me Eagles cover 12 points.
12 points.
Yeah. It's in Philadelphia too on top of that.
Yeah. I mean, a field goal and a touchdown and another field goal. I might go at 13, but at 12, no. I'll take the Eagles.
Yep. Again, like the KC Chiefs here, another get right game here for them. All right, here we go. Game of, I mean, right? I mean, by virtue of where we're at in the season now, this is the game of the year. Ravens at Niners, possible Super Bowl preview. Niners are 5-point favorites. The over/under is 47. First things first. Where are you in the Brock Purdy MVP conversation right now? Because I showed this. Let me see if it's still in here real quick. Because they discussed this on yeah. Oh, still here. I still have it. Check this out. Here are the MVP odds right now. Currently, I don't know if you've seen these yet. Purdy's in the lead now. Lamar Jackson number 2, Dak number 3, Josh Allen 4. McCaffrey's way too fucking low at 5. Jalen Hurts at 6 right now. That's your current MVP odds right now.
Oh, I mean, if I was betting, I'm definitely taking McCaffrey on the money.
Yeah.
But so first let's look at Brock Purdy.
Okay.
Who's he throw to?
Ayuk and Deebo Samuel.
Yeah.
And Kittle. And George Kittle.
So he's probably got at least 2 Pro Bowlers. A possible third if, injury guys sit out.
Right.
And then you have Christian McCaffrey, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm not calling you a game manager like some dumb fuck wearing a stupid ass hat would, but you got a lot around you. You are shining, so you are doing something more than what most quarterbacks will do, but you got a lot around you.
Yeah, I agree.
And that doesn't talk about the all NFL left tackle of the last decade protecting his blind side. So I don't even know if I could put Brock Purdy in the top 5, to be honest.
Really?
But I also wouldn't put Josh Allen in the top 5.
Right. No. See, that's the only thing I'll push back on. Purdy top 5, I can roll with that. Purdy's the leader.
5.
Okay, fine. Whatever. It's top 5. I can roll with that. But Purdy's a leader? Nah. And another thing, too, I said also, too, with Kyle yesterday on the podcast. The most egregious thing of this whole list, where the hell's Tyreek Hill?
Exactly. So if you were asking me my top 5, I would have.
Who'll be number 1 for you? Lamar?
I'm gonna pull a fucking Earnest.
Oh no.
A 1A hometown discount.
1A, 1B.
Lamar Jackson. And 1B Christian McCaffrey.
I'm okay with that. And by the way, we've done it before in the past, man. We've had co-MVPs. Bring it back. I'm okay with it.
And then at number 3, I would have Dak Prescott. I think he's right where he should be.
Mm-hmm.
But at 4, I think is Tyreek Hill. And at 5, you're going to have to convince me, is Brock Purdy over...
It's over Jalen Hurts. I'll tell you that.
No. Probably TJ Watt if the Steelers make the playoffs.
He ain't getting to play. They're not going to play. If anything, Myles Garrett might have a case for that too also.
Yeah. All right, there you go. But the way some of these teams with a third quarterback is still in the playoffs, you got to look at some of their defensive captains. Because at that point, I'm saying a defensive MVP should be top 5 in actual MVP.
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I got a problem with that thing anyway. Brock should be top 5, but he's not. He should be the leader.
No.
Just saying. Anyway, I like San Francisco in this game. I like San Francisco. I actually like them so much. I think I'll cover the spread with relative ease.
I agree with you. It's not going to look good for Lamar.
No, even that kid Mitchell got hurt. He's out for a year or 2 on top of that. So they're coming in limping on top of that. Did you see my? I don't think I showed it to you. My power rankings though, but I did it a little differently this time around. I don't think I loaded up in here. Did I put it up here? Let me see it up here. No, it is here. Show it to you real quick. My tiers.
Yeah.
Now read the side though, and make it a little comical. You know.
I'm on my phone, man.
Okay, so the bottom 5 landed in Cancun weeks ago. That's your
Oh,
boys.
yes.
Your boys, Cardinals. New York, LOL. Okay. Fugazi, that's the Saints, Packers, all that. That's that row.
Yep.
Frisky, Bengals, Jaguars, and Texans. Something to prove. That's the Bills, Dolphins, Browns, and Lions. The next lineup were contenders, but there's a but the Eagles, a but with the Cowboys, but with the Chiefs, and then the Ravens there by themselves. Worthy challenger? Question mark. Because the top list Niners are juggernaut, bitch.
Oh, yeah. And look, with the Ravens going against the Chiefs, I don't know if I could ever pick the Ravens. The Ravens going against the Bills, I don't know if I could ever pick the Bills. I mean, I don't know if I could pick the Ravens.
There's still questions.
Yeah.
I agree they have been the best team in the conference this year, but I still have reservations about them winning the playoffs, and I hope I'm wrong because I love Lamar Jackson. I'm rooting for the guy. You know what I mean?
Yes.
But
I am.
Of course, yeah, of course. All right, a couple of NBA things to get in here. How about you? You had San Francisco, right?
Yes.
All right. Okay. All right. Cool. All right. Couple of things in here. I want to talk about. First things first. Ja Morant came out last night. Ja Morant was dominated against the Pelicans. They were down big in the first half. Came back, made the game. He had 34 points, eight assists, some of that. He had a huge game, including the game winner at the buzzer to win in New Orleans. My question to you is this: I'm going to bring up the standings in a second. As I say that, do you believe that the Memphis Grizzlies can make the play-in?
Absolutely.
You think so?
Oh, yes.
So I'm bringing up the standings right now, moving in a second, because that was something I was talking about weeks ago, leading up to his return, Ja's return to the team, and the Grizzlies are still pretty behind the ball when it comes to this situation. So as of right now, as I bring this up real quick, they are I think 7 wins and 19 losses right now currently. If this thing will pop up nicely, there we go. There we go. NBA standings. And so right now, the West looks like this. Currently, the Grizzlies have the third, it's tied for the second worst record in the Western Conference at 7-19. 10 spot, playing spot, is the Suns at 14-13. So right now, the Grizzlies right now are currently 6.5 games back of the 10 spot. That's a hard trek because number one, the quality of teams in that 10 spot. Still got Golden State at 11, who's won 3 in a row now. They're gonna hang around. You're hoping that there's a team or two that drops out of that play-in spot right there. I mean, the logical choice would be the Rockets, right?
Yep.
But they've been playing solid ball out the gate. I just don't know if there's enough bad teams. Now, look, if Zion gets hurt, maybe when Zion gets hurt for the Pelicans, they've still proven to win without him in the past also too. So that's not so out of line either. But I would think.
What if say LeBron or AD gets hurt?
Yeah, but they're what?
I mean, I know those guys never get hurt, but they might. One of them might.
Do you think the Grizzlies can make up 6.5 games by the time we get to April?
I've already written Golden State out of the playoffs. That means including the play-in.
They're not even in right now either. You got to leapfrog them first. Which again,
but I don't have to worry about them, so I can imagine them leapfrogging them rather quickly.
Okay, so which team do you see getting out of that? First of all, the Suns are disappointing. Number one, 14.
Well, I totally see the Rockets falling out.
Okay.
And then I could see the Pelicans in the play-in, or the Lakers in the play-in, just because of injuries. And if I see that happening, all it takes is a longer time frame of an injury to just knock them out as well.
I'll say this much: they're gonna go on a run now. They won last
they
night.
will be. Watch.
Our boy Chris be so happy. You know what? I'm gonna say yes. And by the way, Phoenix. We'll get to the next topic in a second. So does 4. Look at the 10th seed. And I know, Bradley Beal's been out. He's been out most of the year, and Booker missed some games. But again, you knew what you're getting into, guys.
I'm starting to call BS on this.
Well, let's get to the next topic then, because the next topic here is because I think we all agree that the best team in the Western Conference, regardless of standings, is the Phoenix Suns. I think we agree with that. Not Phoenix. I'm sorry, Denver Nuggets. Sorry, Denver Nuggets. I apologize. I'm here.
Yeah,
distracted.
They're the best, but I don't think Phoenix is number 2.
Yeah, no. I agree 100%. I think my logic here right now is I believe the Western Conference right now is wide open for number 2 spot. I don't think it's a clip number 2 right now. Saying that as I bring up the standings again. Sorry about that. And look at the standings right now, currently. Who in your mind is right now the best? Forget records and all that stuff. Like just a vibe. Like if you had to like think about, okay, in April and May, which team do you see in May playing for a shot to go to the finals against Denver Nuggets? Which team do you think you feel good about going forward as a number 2 spot?
I literally believe it's right how it's lined up.
Really?
The Thunder. Well, if you're asking me to build a team out in today's NBA, you're giving me a 7-foot tall center with an 8-foot wingspan, who's an incredible help defender, who can block shots all over, and is an incredible passer, and can score. Then you mix it with a guy who I overlooked in my top 15, and is not just top 15. He is easily top 10, and borderline. He's chasing for top 5.
SGA.
Yeah.
See, I told you.
So when you got that is the perfect matchup for against the Nuggets.
What's amazing too about looking at these standings here, right? If you guys look on YouTube, you can see the current NBA standings right now. Of course, the game's on Wednesday night, so obviously it's going to be updated by tomorrow because of there's games in progress right now currently. But number 1 is the Timberwolves right now, 20-5, top of the Western Conference. It's still a shock to me.
Yeah, I will never believe in them.
It's crazy, right? But they look good. I actually watched them on Monday against Miami. That's a real team. The question is whether they can sustain. We'll see. Thunder at 2. We knew to be good this year. We didn't see this. Okay. What's amazing is that the top 4 teams in the Western Conference, excluding the champs, all young teams that are trying to prove something here. The Kings number 4.
Oh yeah, and I know you're not seeing it, but Luke is still young.
Yeah, he is young. Yeah,
and he's the heart and soul of that team. So he's
5.
one of the young ones too.
It's a math at 5. Clippers all of a sudden, remember the struggles 3 weeks ago?
Yeah.
They won 8 in a row now.
They figured it out.
And that's what I said too. Give him 15, 20 games. For all the shit we talk about James Harden, he does show up to play basketball. He does play basketball. He doesn't miss games. Now,
especially when he's happy.
Yeah. Now we can argue, okay, because of smaller mini me in the playoffs. I'll give you that.
But see, again, why has everyone trashed him for this past year's playoffs and not trashed Embiid?
Oh, no, Embiid got his comeuppance too.
Oh, Embiid got what? A talking to for a day? No one brings up the fact he didn't show up in the last 2 games.
Because Harden's not likable. We know that. Harden's not likable. That's the bottom line.
Yeah. Okay. But it's those people who are going like, oh, he's unlikable, who aren't really being honest with their observations of the NBA.
I think number 2 is wide open. I mean, I think number two. I think the battle for number two really, to me, honestly, I'm going based on just a vibe. Look, I still have questions about OKC Minnesota, bigger picture in terms of will this to be the same teams in March and April? I want to see more. I think by January I'll feel a lot better about that. So that being said, if you ask me in a vacuum, who's number two in the West?
You're gonna say Lakers, so
I'm gonna go Clippers actually.
ooh, okay.
I'm gonna go Clippers because Kawhi is playing now too. On top of that, we're talking about James Harden and this and that. Kawhi's not missing games, and no one's talking about that.
Well, isn't he about to be up for a free agency? Contract's about to run out.
One more year. One more year.
Yeah, so he needs that all NBA so he can get the max money again.
Yeah. So I gotta go Clippers right now. Now, I'm not saying that the Thunder and the Timberwolves and the Kings can't change my mind in the next month or two. And they very well might. But if I'm telling you right now who I feel good about, bigger picture, because of the veteran leadership, because of the players, because of the coaching, especially too, I will lean Clippers right now as number two team in the Western Conference right now, currently. I see them battling out against Denver for the right to go to the finals in May. Right now. That could change in 2 weeks and all that. And certainly the Kings, Thunder, Nuggets are in the mix. So I'm not even saying that's not even a thing. But right now, if you ask me right now, bigger picture, I like the Clippers right now. That's where I'm at.
All right.
And you said the Thunder, right?
I just will never see the Clippers there because of their age.
Look, there are enough horses there to stagger those minutes now too.
They don't have horses there to stagger the minutes.
Harden's a workhorse. That's the thing about Harden. Harden's a workhorse. Between October and April, he's a workhorse.
He's a workhorse who runs out of steam.
Yeah,
and doesn't realize it when he's on the basketball court.
Right. Well, this will be an ongoing conversation we're going to have throughout this season on the podcast. All right. One more thing we get out of here, and I want to play a clip from last night's Inside the NBA, because this conversation started actually from there when Shaq, Kenny, and Charles all were discussing Steph Curry and whether or not should we consider in the GOAT conversation. I'll play a clip real quick.
I'm wondering, not saying, I'm just wondering, because he's been consistently the best shooter his whole career. I'm wondering, is it time to start putting him as the best player of all time?
Best player? You put him over you?
In the conversation.
I'm asking you.
Yes.
You put him over you. You yourself put Steph Curry over you.
Yeah, this is why he's my favorite player. Cause
I'm not saying favorite. He might be my favorite too, but I'm just asking you think he's better than you.
I played 20 years, watched 20 years before that. I've never seen a guy like him. And he's doing it consistently, and he has championships.
You put him over Michael?
No, I'm not putting him anywhere. I'm saying,
okay,
for all the chitter-chatter, is it time to just put him in the conversation?
I think it's about what Shaq said, and people are going to say, oh, wait, GOAT. No, wait, stop. He didn't say make him the GOAT. He said, should he be someone, when we're having a conversation about GOATs, should Steph at the very least be considered in the conversation? And that's the difference between making a statement about like, oh, Jordan, or LeBron, or Kareem, you know what I mean? Should Steph be at least considered in the conversation? Now, this goes about according to how you deem your lists. Because I have Steph in my top 10 all time. He crossed that bridge when he won the finals 2 years ago against Boston. Okay, so he's currently number 10 on my list and probably trending up right now. I believe you also have him in your top 10, right?
Yes, I do.
At number 10 as well, or a little higher than that?
A little higher.
We have him at last?
I have him at like 7, if I recall, off of my list.
Okay.
All right.
So,
and when he wins another ring, I've already said he has to be top 5. I've already said that if he wins another ring, he is the greatest point guard. he goes ahead of Magic if he wins another ring.
He may.
But he has to win another ring. He may. I thought last year he may. This year I've seen how bad this team is, and I knew halfway through last year how bad that team was. He's not on a championship team right now.
No.
And he's not nowhere near close to it unless they trade him.
And as you said earlier too, they're not what? Okay. As you said earlier too, also, they're not even a play-in team right now in your eyes.
No.
Yeah. Here's what I'll say about Steph when it comes to that situation. Consideration. Well, how many guys are you considering GOAT? Like, to me, I consider Kareem, I consider LeBron, Jordan. I don't ever consider Kobe because I define Kobe in the number. I have number 8. So
yeah, Kobe can't make a top 5 argument even.
Right. Steph can moving forward. I think to your point, what you said, one more ring will help that conversation. This is what Steph is going from though, and this is where I actually think I may agree with Shaq on this. If you made a Mount Rushmore argument, Mount Rushmore doesn't necessarily mean best players.
Well, hold on.
Right, go ahead.
Does Mount Rushmore even mean top 5?
No,
or the GOAT?
Not at all. Mount Rushmore means impact.
Yeah, so that's different. He wasn't asking about Mount Rushmore,
right?
And or impact. He literally was asked if he even thought that Curry was top 5, and he couldn't even say yes to that.
Yeah.
So he shouldn't even be allowed to make that argument or start a conversation of whether or not Curry should be in the GOAT conversation if you don't believe he's already top 5. You can't be in GOAT conversation until you're top 5.
Right, because to me, the GOAT conversation really ends at 3.
Yeah.
Maybe 4. I mean, Magic may get some consideration too also.
Well, I put Magic ahead of Kareem, so.
There you go. So my GOAT, to me, I only consider 4 guys in that conversation of greatest of all time. Yeah. So, yeah. However,
Mount Rushmore is different in who I would put up there.
But I will say this much with Steph Curry, though. This is what helps his case, though. Even though I'm going to say no to him, he does check more boxes than a lot of guys in that top 10. Impact, Steph Curry is arguably one of the most impactful players in the history of the league.
Yeah,
shooting.
He's probably one of the 3 most impactful.
Right. He is the greatest shooter in the history of basketball. That's not even an argument anymore. That's not even something we debate anymore. We just Curry. Oh, greatest shooter. Oh, Steph Curry. Yeah.
Yeah, and then you have Shaq as most dominant.
Right.
The unstoppable.
And that's what. And for the record, it's funny Shaq saying this. And I'll tell you what, it took a lot of self-awareness to say that for Shaq to say this, because that's who he surpassed my list to get in number 10 was Shaq.
Oh, and see, I believe I have Shaq. I have Shaq in 10 too. So he wouldn't be. Curry wasn't surpassing me in the 10.
Right, because you have number 7, you have him higher than I do. But my point is, I think.
Well, I have Wilt at a top 10. I don't think Wilt is a top 10 player.
And again, we discussed this a couple weeks on the podcast. Like, there's guys that can start flirting with that top 10 spot with another ring, Giannis and Jokic. So this list could potentially be shaken up a lot in the last couple of years. So I'm going to say no on the GOAT conversation. But if we're having a top 10 conversation, well, you and I have been there for we've been sitting on this for a year and a half now on Steph Curry.
Yes.
That's simple. So no to the GOAT, but top 10, absolutely, without question. So anyway, Zach, good job.
Yeah, man.
That's a good show.
And you know what? I bet you went out the rest of this year.
Yeah. Such a Giants thing that happened.